Okay, so this application basically consists of three different applications in one. So it's called LinRex, QuadRex, and TrigRex. These are basically calculators for different types of functions. So QuadRex is a quadratic function calculator, LinRex is for linear functions, and TrigRex is for trigonometric functions. I also have a function repository feature, which basically allows you to store and save functions and search for functions on your hard drive. So let me show you QuadRex. What QuadRex is it's basically a quadratic calculator. So you can enter any sort of quadratic function. For example, 2x squared plus 7x plus 1. And it'll tell you all the basic information about this function, like the number of x-intercepts, the y-intercepts, the vertex coordinates, and the axis of symmetry equation. And it doesn't have to be in this format. You can put any sort of, you can just put x squared plus a constant if you wanted to. Um, any quadratic function should work, as you can see. Also, if you put a function which does not have real roots, like this one for example, um, then it'll give you an error because this function does not have any real roots. So that's how QuadRex works. The other two are very similar. It's for different types of functions though. So I'll show you LinRex, which is for linear functions. So it's of functions in the format mx plus b. So if I put like 4x plus 21 or something like that, or 210 if you want, and what it'll do is just solve the equation and um, give you all the basic information, as you can see. So that's how LinRex works. It's a just linear function calculator. It gives you the intercepts and the slope and stuff like that. And the function repository now is a place where you can it's a place where you can view these functions that you have stored, and you can add and remove functions. So let me reset this first and show you. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is add a few functions. So the way you add is just by typing the name of the function here, 2x squared plus 7x plus 1, and then I can add a new quadratic function like so. Let me just add a few more for demonstration, and also add a linear one. As you can see, this is a linear function. Yeah, 7x squared plus 15x plus 2. These are random functions, by the way. But as you can see now, I have 4 different functions displaying here on the screen. And if I want to remove a function, you just have to write the name of the function and you can remove it. So for example, if I wanted to remove this one here, I can just type the function, and as you can see, it is removed. You can also sort these functions by the leading coefficient, and what that does is it sorts these functions based on increasing coefficients. So this one has a coefficient of 2, this one has 1, this one has 5. So instead of being in this order, we can order it like increasing order, as you can see. So now it's 1, 2, 5, which is increasing order. We can also sort it based on the type of the function, which basically puts all the quadratics together, all the linears together, and if you had a trigonometric function, then all of those together as well, as you can see. Right, you can also remove functions based on their type. What that does is, let's say I had a lot of linear functions which I wanted to delete. I can just type linear like this and remove all the functions here that are linear. So there's only one, but if you had like 50 linear functions, all of them would get deleted. As you can see, only the quadratic ones are left. And there's also a search. There's no limit to how many functions you can add here. So you could theoretically have like 500 functions. And if you wanted to search for a particular function, you can just type the name. And if it is found, it'll display it. If not, it'll say not found, as you can see. All of these functions are stored on a linked list, and the linked list is serialized into your hard drive. So it kind of serves like a mini database without internet access, so it could be useful in some situations. And then finally, there's a reset button, and all that does is it deletes everything and resets it to empty. Right.